This morning, of course, reaction to last night's presidential debate.
Yeah, we are joined now by Triantafilou, the chair of the Hamilton County Republican Party and spokesperson for the local Trump campaign. And Alex, good to see you. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Good morning. Good to be with you guys.
I'm sure you didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night, but as you come away from any debate, it seems like you're always saying, what was that moment that sticks out? Was there a moment that, at least for Donald Trump, where you go, boy, that was the moment for him last night?
Yeah, I thought when he said, we need somebody who understands money in government, I thought that was a mic drop moment, I think is what I put on Twitter. And I think that's really a good message. I mean, we've got people in Washington who spend way too much. We're $20 trillion in debt nationally. And here's someone who has made a fortune. He made $650 million last year. When he talks about bringing that kind of fiscal thinking to government and to Washington, I think that's a good thing.
What about the overall performance of Trump and Clinton? A lot of the pundits are saying they thought she looked more prepared last night.
You hear that? Look, and I think a lot of us expected that because she's a career politician. You know, she's been doing this for 40 years. He's a business guy. I think his highlight moments were when he talked about his outsider status. I mean, he is different. If you want change in Washington, Donald Trump should be your candidate. So I think you know, the expectations for him relatively low among those very same pundits, but I think he overperformed for sure.
So the feel coming out of this thing was people who were Trump people before are still Trump people after. Those who were Clinton people before are Clinton people after. Did anybody move the needle for people who are still stuck and undecided?
Yeah, I think that's yet to be seen with some of the polling, but I do agree with you. People go into these things rooting for their side, sure, right? Yeah. For those very small, that very small group of people who are undecided, again, I think Donald Trump's message of being the outsider is what's going to ultimately sway them. The other thing is undecided voters tend to break toward the challenger late in a political campaign, so that is advantage Donald Trump. For those people who are undecided now, they tend to want change from the status quo. There's no question he's that.
What do you see as some of the challenges that remain for him? She really hammered in on the tax returns that he hasn't released yet, his changing position on the Iraq War. What are some things that he still needs to overcome?
Yeah, you know, I think this question of his temperament, which I don't think is fair. Obviously, I'm biased, guys, but you know, I think that he should continue to do as he did really the first 45 minutes of that debate, and that is talk substantively about things people care about. I think he was very strong on immigration. I think he was very strong on the economy. I think he showed a command of the issues. He can do that. He's a very smart guy. Again, built a very successful business. So I think if he keeps doing that, all the polls are heading in his direction right now. He's moving in the right direction nationally. Again, he's the outsider challenger candidate in a year where people want change. So I think that's what has to happen.
Do you think he took any steps back, though, maybe after that first 45 minutes when you know, the birther question came up and you know, call Sean Hannity and some references that came sort of late in the night? Did he lose what he had gained early in the night?
I mean, no, and I appreciate that perspective. Frankly, I did think a couple of the questions aimed at him. I mean, she didn't get asked about Benghazi. She didn't get asked about her email scandals. He had to bring that up. She did not get asked about the Clinton Foundation, right? So I hope in round two, there's a little bit more balance in terms of the questioning. He got asked some tougher questions in that second half, including about a lawsuit that was 40 years old. So some of that second half performance might have been a result of some of the questions that were asked. But again, I think that he displayed to everyone that he can go toe-to-toe with a career politician who has a history in Washington, and for that, that's a big win.
And Ohio's still, you know, such an important state. I think we have like 10 seconds left. Is he moving the needle in Ohio?
He's up in Ohio. If you look at the last couple objective polls, he's doing very well here.
Right. Alex, thank you.
Yeah, I know you're very, very busy. Thanks for taking time.
I'm happy to do it.
I have a feeling we'll be talking to you again.
I enjoy it, guys.